Hi, I'm Ashley from The Loopy Lamb, and thanks so much for stopping by my channel. Today, we're going to be doing a yarn review for a brand new yarn available at Crochet.com, the Chroma Twist Worsted Weight. So let's take a look. Okay, so a couple days ago I got some squish mail and I was excited to share it with you guys. This is from We Crochet, and this is one of their newer yarns called Chroma Twist Worsted Weight. And here I've got the colors Narwhal and Wednesday. This is a superwash wool nylon mix, and it's worsted weight yarn, and I hope you can kind of see the label here, but it's 70% superwash wool, 30% nylon. It's machine washable and dryable. Again, it is a number 4 worsted weight yarn, and the recommended hook size is I through K, and as you can hopefully see on the camera here, it is either going to come out as like a self-striping yarn or like a gradient. So we've got a lighter color here, and as you kind of spread the ball of yarn to reveal the layers underneath, you can see here that we've got 2 different colors of yarn twisted together. And then as we reveal more, we've got a darker colored here, and you see here we've got 2 different colors that are lighter, and they twist together into this darker color, and then revealing the inside we have an even lighter color twisted in there. So it's really pretty colors. Now that I've destroyed the ball, really pretty colors. I particularly like this color. There's 218 yards in a 100 gram ball of this yarn, and it is available from Crochet.com, and I will post a link in the description box if you'd like to check that out. It is an affiliate link, so I would get a small commission for any purchases that you make, and it helps support this channel and my blog. So the other color here is Wednesday. I really like kind of the Atom Family vibe from this. It's, again, looks like a gradient or a self-striping yarn. We've got the dark color on the outside, and as we open it up, it's slowly, I'm going to remove the labels to show you here. So we've got the darkest color here, and then you start to see that fade even happening on the outside of the ball. Then you start to see this color twisting with another color. Then you get the lighter color as a solid. And then if we open the cake even more, you see that we start fading into an even lighter color, and then we start getting into a darker color, and then we've got an even more definition of twist here between the 2 different colors. So I'm going to cake these up now that I've destroyed the balls and do a test swatch, and I'll be back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so we're back, and I have caked up the Chroma worsted weight Chroma Twist worsted weight yarn, and they have taken on a bit of a different look. Really pretty. The differences here are more noticeable for the twist here on the Wednesday. Really pretty. So I've worked up some swatches to show you how they work up, and we'll start with the Narwhal colorway. And so I decided to do this one in a double crochet because the color transition is so subtle. I decided to try with a double crochet to see, essentially to use up more yarn to try to get to a more easily visible color transition for the video. I didn't actually get there. I probably would have to work through another half of this cake that's left in order to get to this bolder color here. But I'm not sure if it's coming through on the video, but there are very subtle color transitions that are happening. So we've got a lighter color here in the middle, then we transition to, there's a section here with a twist, the two colors twisted together, a lighter color and a darker color. Then we transition into two of the same color, and then back to a light color and a darker color here. Very gradual transition, and I really like that. There's no abrupt changes in the color. The yarn itself was an absolute pleasure to work with. It's really, really soft. Surprisingly soft, actually, for the level of, or the amount of wool content in this fiber. So really, really nice to work with. Really enjoyed that. So let's take a look at the Wednesday colorway, because I did this swatch a little differently. I'll show that here. So for this swatch, I did it in single crochet. And again, this might be difficult for you to see. Sorry, I had some fluff here on it. So it might be difficult for you to see here on the camera, but I did this swatch at nighttime, and I just kept going and going and going with the swatch, waiting to notice a color transition. Obviously, it's black yarn, not seeing a whole lot at nighttime. So the next morning, I picked up my hook to take a look and do some more rows, and that's when I was able to notice this absolutely gorgeous gradient from the dark charcoal here and into this lighter gray color. And if I were to keep going, I would get into this, let's see if I can pull it out here, this lighter toned gray that's mixed with a little bit of darker toned gray, and then eventually into this beautiful dark gray, light gray twist. Absolutely love this. Gorgeous. One of my pet peeves is mid-row color transitions and harsh color transitions, and you just don't get that. It's absolutely stunning the way that the gradient changes. And again, just a pleasure to work with. The yarn itself, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, the strands will get thinner, that they don't maintain the same thickness throughout. So there are thinner and thicker spots throughout the strand. And I'm trying to find, here's an example here. So there's the thicker part of the strand, and here we've got a thinner section of strand. It's supposed to mimic hand spun yarns. It wasn't that noticeable to me. There were definitely sections where it wasn't more noticeable when it got thinner, but overall, when you look at the swatch, you don't really notice it in the swatch too much unless you were to change your gauge to compensate for the change in the width of the yarn. The crochet.com website actually recommends that you use an open stitch work pattern for this yarn to let it bloom, as the phrase they use when you're blocking it. So I really am interested to see how blocking something with a more open stitch might change the yarn, but I'm totally in love with this closed stitch pattern and the way it transitions. I have an idea to use this Wednesday color in a closed pattern just because I am absolutely loving that beautiful gradient. Thanks for watching my yarn review. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to this channel. If you'd like to see more yarn reviews on this channel, please leave me a comment in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. I will link to the products in the description box below should you be interested in checking out any of the yarns we discussed today. Thanks again for watching, happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.